On a normal day, Southern fuels can burn with surprising intensities. You should prepare accordingly. However, when combinations occur, such as 20-foot wind speeds over 15 miles per hour, or relative humidity less than 30%, or temperatures over 90 degrees, or KBDI greater than 450, the fire behavior will greatly increase with long-range spotting potential, making it necessary to use indirect attack strategies. Depending on fuel loading, rates of spread, and flame lengths, the use of direct attack with hand crews, engines, or even heavy equipment may not be safe or possible. Always refer to the Behave model information concerning these indices to act accordingly. Also, much of this information can be found on our pocket cards, which are readily available. Here we see slash pine and longleaf pine, and these trees can withstand most wildland fires and still remain healthy. Wiregrass, like what you see here, burns with intense heat and can have high rates of spread. Here we see saw palmetto and gallberry. Saw palmetto and gallberry are two common and very volatile shrub fuels found here. It often surprises people who are not familiar with these fuels that green burns. These fuels contain oils in them that protect them from drought, but that also make them highly flammable in almost any condition. As can be seen here, these fuels burn with high intensity. This 6-month burned area contains saw palmetto that burns with less intensity. This area shows significant reburn through a 6-month rough. These areas should not be considered as safety zones. It is this type of heavy fuels that make firefighting difficult to accomplish. Often this type of fire behavior leads to loss of control and fire can escape. Both direct and indirect firing methods are used. Backfiring, monitoring, and holding the line is often the ground firefighter's responsibility. This is an example of an area that had burned the year before but caught fire again. As can be seen, it is gentler and therefore controllable fire, burning to a place where firefighters can stop its spread. Here is an example of a 3-year rough, and under certain fire weather conditions, this fuel loading makes it difficult for firefighters to hold from its spread. Some of the habitats located here are the pinelands, the flatwood pineland, and depression swamps. These pines can become choked with understory, which makes for intense fires. The heavy fuel loading that can be found here in Florida can produce extreme fire behavior. Be cautious when working in these thick, heavy fuels and maintain your LCES. This example here is of the flatwood pineland ecosystem. It is often referred to as a ridge because it is not a swamp. And it is not to be confused with highly elevated ridge like someone would expect to find in a mountainous area. Here is the flatwood pineland ecosystem after fire has gone through. And again, you can see that it is not a swamp and is referred to as a ridge. There are several wilderness areas, and because of the national policies, we are not allowed to use motorized equipment, and these wilderness fires may end up burning the extent of the entire area. Bay swamps like this one are not safety zones. Bay swamps contain a large amount of highly flammable material over top a deep duff layer. Another example here is of a depression swamp with cypress trees and tupelo. Note how the trees would normally be standing out of the water. Here you can see that it is dry.